Okay, this will be the last video for this particular part. Note, I'm not done with all the dimensioning, but I'd like for you to work on that on your own and try to figure out some of this stuff for yourself. What do you need still? What can you get by with, and what can't you get by with? So work on this on your own. But what I'd like to do is show you how to do it. What's called a broken out section right here. And the reason I want to do that is I'd like to show you what's going on inside this hole. So to do that, we'll do a broken out section. And the first thing I want you to know is which view do you want to work from. So I'll go in this view, and then, well, actually I'm going to start that again. I want to start a line. I'm going to do my broken out again. And basically what you have to do is draw a sketch of a spline to kind of define what you want to cut out of there. Now the next thing it asks you for is tell me how deep you want to go. Typically you go to the center line of a hole. So that'll take care of that, and there's a preview. And we can go ahead and accept that, because what I want to do then is I want to change this spline around a little bit. So I'll right click on that. In the broken out section you can delete it, or you can edit the definition, or you can edit the sketch. And I'm going to edit that sketch. I want to bring that point here down a little bit, and I'm going to click off of that. I'm going to bring it down again. Actually, I'm going to click so that I don't get right on that point. And it should get all the points again, and I'm going to drag this one up. Okay, and accept that. And then this is where it gets fun. I'm going to have to go in here and edit the sheet format, which messes with that whole thing. But then I'm going to right click on that again and edit the sheet, and it'll come back. Now notice it didn't change the way I changed that sketch, but if I rebuild it, it updates that. So now I can actually see in there and see that, yep, there's that flat bottom. So the only other thing is I might want to put a center mark in there. So I'll go to my annotation and I'd go center line here and pick this line and this line, and it'll put that center mark in for me, that center line, and then that probably should be drug out beyond that point there. So that's what I would do on that now. And if you don't like the way that's done, again, you can just go in there and click on that line, right click, broken out section, edit the sketch, and I'll click on that line. And I don't know, let's see, maybe if we bring this, and that's moving the whole thing, which is fine, but I really wanted to kind of just bring one of them down. I don't want that to be so rounded. Just go in here like this maybe, and I'll come up here, and what you're doing there, you can change the angle on this thing so it won't look so circular, if you will. And I want to try something here once. I'm just going to hit rebuild, and it comes back, and there you go. There's what you want. So that kind of gives you a little bit better view of that, so you can see into the part. So that's what I'm going to leave it at that for now. Now, and let me do just one more thing. Let's say for some reason you had to do a section cut of this piece. Oh, I don't know. Let's say we decided to section. Well, let's just do a, okay, I'm a view, layout, section view, and I wanted to do a section, except for I'm going to do a horizontal. So over here, notice this is vertical axis. I want to do a horizontal, and I might want to pick right in here somewhere. And actually, you could probably pick right in the center of that. But I want to come up this way So I need to flip that. I need to flip those direction. So let's flip the direction there. Okay, and I'm going to do that. So now, my goodness, look at all the different details you got there. You know, I don't need that for that arrowhead and such, or the for the drill point of that. And then notice I can move this up if I need to. Let's see. Let me grab that. Now, it might have locked in since looks like it locked in since I went right to that center line. And it really wasn't what I wanted to do. That's not going to work. I need to come off of that center line. It's not going to let me come off of there. Unless, let me see if there's something here holding it down. I don't see it. So what I'm going to do, the easiest way to take care of that, I guess, is delete the view. I'll right click on it and delete it. Say yes. And I'll do another section view. And again, it's horizontal. So I'm just going to put it somewhere in there. Flip the direction. The view should be behind the arrows. And accept that. And then, like I said, I'd take out some of the other. Oh, and what I was getting there, I was getting this hole, so right through the center. And really, all I'm concerned about, I don't need any of this stuff in there. And I really don't need that. Most of these dimensions I don't need. The 2.5 I can leave, but I really don't need to. Or do I need the 0.81? Now you could, if you wanted to, you could leave that 0.81 in there. Of course, you'd have to get it down below the title block and then put reference on it. Now, there is a reference right here. So if you put those parentheses around it, it makes that a reference dimension. And the reason that's a reference is because I've got the 8125 here. So I guess I ought to really make that a 4 decimal place. So I do that right there. And that takes care of that. Now, the biggest reason I wanted this section view is because I need to call out this fillet right here. So I would go ahead and make that a smart dimension. And I'd probably put it on this right here. Could not be converted into a line or circular arc. So I guess I may have a little problem there. I thought maybe I could sneak that in at that location, but that's not the case. So, but you can see there is a fillet here that I'm going to have to get somehow. I'm going to have to call that out. I guess the one way I could call it out would be if I called it out just as a general note. I didn't really want to do that, and actually I think I'll leave this like it is, and we'll go ahead and show that. Now yeah, and then I'm just going to put a note over here on this, and I guess I ought to hit save here since I've done some work. Oh, and note here on section BB, if I double click that, I really want this BB to be the same text height, so that should be 0.25. Now that looks better. And then over here I might want to move this out a little bit, and I might want to move this out a little bit just to kind of clean that up. Okay. Interesting that I got my hidden lines in there. I don't know that I turned that on. Don't know why that's showing up other than the fact that I'm showing this. So maybe what I would do then is just put in a whole note. So, or just some notes in general. So I'll go in here and define a block, and I can start putting in some notes. And now that already came up to 156, so I'll just go ahead and type in notes, enter 1, all dimensions in inches, 2, and then a space or 2, unless otherwise specified. All fillets and rounds to be radius of, and the spacing there, I believe it was 0.125. And then usually we like to put a note in there, break all sharp edges. And that just tells people, okay, you really need to, and I'll just hit escape now, I've got it in there once. You really need to break all the edges. You don't need to do too much, but just hit them with a file or a deburring tool. So we've got that set up for us, and that's all I'm going to do to that. So that takes care of this radius situation we've got here, and we should be good. Now, like I said, I would let you go ahead and finish dimensioning this, and note this dimension should never be left in there. You would want it to be outside like so. And same thing here. We don't like dimensions to be inside the drawing. That's not supposed to happen. And then of course you're going to still have to go in there and fix these center marks. Pull them down. Don't have to go across here. It's already taken care of, so that's good. You probably ought to show a center mark here now since they're showing this. So that's a center line. And just pick the 2 lines. Well, I'll just have to go up there and pick this line and this line now. And I'll just hit escape. Now if for some reason you didn't have a center mark on the holes, for whatever reason this one got deleted, center mark is right here, and just pick the circle, and you should be good on that. Now note I've got this to pull back out now. And honestly, I don't know why that's giving me that extra line in there. Shouldn't be the case. Oh, yes, I do. No, it's getting wrong mark. Okay, so there's that, and then we'll get this one. Oh, sorry. There, we'll pull that out, and it takes care of it. Nope, didn't get far enough, did I? So we'll go up a little higher, and that gives us our gap like we need it. Oh, we went too big here. Let's go back and get that diameter, and we'll make that just 4 decimal places. And that's plenty good on that. So that's a pretty good start on that file. So I'm going to hit save, and then we'll finish this video.